Woo!
Ew.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Are those actual cries of pain? Did you just shoot yourself?
Sorry, I unplugged my cord here real fast. Woo!
Real professionalism on this show. That's what we're all about. That's what we're all about.
Confetti everywhere. Happy birthday to the one and only Tyler Work.
Thank you.
Co-host and just really that's my rock. That's my rock on this program. Shout out.
Thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Welcome in, everybody. On a very light Wednesday.
The lightest Wednesday. So please.
The lightest of Wednesdays.
Hit the link. Please believe that. Hit the link. Or hit us in the comments. Lord knows we need it. But Tyler, how are you doing on this excellent Wednesday, your birthday?
Yeah, not doing too bad. It's I was telling you before the show, it seems like most years my birthday falls the day after the All Star game, so there's no sports on my birthday. So that that always kind of sucks. But all in all, man, not doing too bad. Ron, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. We're firmly in the drought of sports right now, but we are the Gold Cup show of record, so we have that.
That's true.
WNBA All Star game. We are the WNBA All Star game show of record, also.
This is so
just gonna put that
Undisputed.
Undisputed. Shout out to everyone in the comments showing Tyler some birthday love. But
thank you guys, appreciate that.
We got a couple odds and ends to get through, and we'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. But again, it's kind of up to you. So no pressure, but it's really all your fault if it's not good.
But please help us out.
Please, for the love of God, please. CEO Nick coming in. Yes, Mexico is playing Guatemala as we speak, but again,
true.
That doesn't really constitute a major sporting event. You know what? I apologize. I'm not here to disparage the Gold Cup. I have the Gold Cup Bible here,
right?
I literally wrote. So
yeah,
again,
seriously, I expect you to speak nothing but high praise for the Gold Cup. I'm a little disappointed there.
It's the most prestigious tournament outside of the, of course, Nations League.
Yes.
Not a drought. Well, I mean, the post All Star game. I don't know. Renaissance.
Look,
it's real. It's real.
This is a weird year in that there's actually an NBA game. Like normally the NBA doesn't go into July, so this is like the NBA game is like the saving grace for the day after the All Star game.
The most notable thing going on right now. We do have the NBA Finals. Last I saw, the Suns. I mean, almost to the end of the third quarter, Suns with a narrow lead, but we'll dive into that. And yes, also a loyal game tonight. Dale, San Diego.
Dale, San Diego. That's right.
Dale, San Diego. Who's that guy? Never heard of him.
It's the mayor of San Diego. Fool, Dale.
But we'll update you as that goes along. I mean, the most pertinent thing going on, which happened yesterday, was the All Star game. National League just can't quite, never quite, just go all the way. They had some chances. It kind of wasn't super exciting. I mean,
no,
just be honest. But I thought the Vlad Jr. home run was pretty exciting. And as far as the mic'd up part that Fox was trying to do, which it's an all-star game, it's an exhibition, so it can be entertaining at times. Also can be annoying to the players, which we saw at the end. But I thought Tatis was pretty good on the mic. I kind of felt that he was also frustrated being talked to while he was trying to hit. And he still narrowly missed a home run. I mean, probably by half an inch. But credit to him. I mean, he's kind of very much signed up for the fact that he's going to be one of the faces of the league. So they were talking to him in the field and at the plate, which I thought was kind of insane. Pitchers, when they're pitching. I thought Albies was pretty good on the headset during the game. But, not really anything super notable, I thought, to take away from that. But except for the fact that the National League, once again, cannot win.
That was something I saw a lot last night on Twitter and even a little bit this morning was people were like, it seems like the National League always loses the All-Star game, but then like if you look at the recent years, they always win the World Series. So it's like, hey, AL's got the top players, NL's got the better teams, man. It's just the way it works out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a any kind of death sentence as far as like who's going to win the World Series. It just for whatever reason they cannot get over that hump when it comes to the All-Star game. But shout out to Ohtani getting the win.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, that was cool seeing him. I'm sure he's happy to have a day off today, and I don't know if the Angels start back up tomorrow or Friday, but I'm sure he's happy to at least just get the day off today. Yeah, you're right. It was a pretty boring game outside of a few moments. You mentioned, of course, Vladdy's home run was great. I thought at the end, Liam Hendricks on the mound, mic'd up, winded up screaming, fuck and goddamn it on the mound was pretty great. Which, like, first of all, he's Australian. What do you expect? Those aren't swear words to them. That's just like common language. That's everyday word. So yeah, I thought that made me laugh, and they obviously shut his mic off pretty quickly after that. But
I thought that
pretty
was
uneventful.
The coming full circle of like, all right, this is kind of cool, but also kind of annoying, especially if you are the pitcher or the batter, and someone's trying to, especially Joe Buck of all people, trying to talk to you. They try to get in his ear. He didn't respond. He missed outside of the zone, and he was like, "God damn it!" And then they just cut him off immediately, which I thought was funny. But he did get the save, and so yeah, Australian guy gets the save, Japanese guy gets the win. Gotta like that.
International sport, and please never make them wear those uniforms again.
The uniforms were a travesty. I have to say that. If anyone hit us in the comments, because the uniforms were really, really just disgraceful. I mean, probably as far as not the only thing, but one of the main things that differentiates the MLB All Star game is that they usually just wear their actual jerseys,
right?
Like home and away, whatever between the leagues. And yes, they had the logo on there, but I feel like it was probably Nike influenced, if you will, based on what we're seeing with these other city jerseys or whatever. But
I would have guessed New Era based off the look of them.
Well, they were pretty sad. Yeah, Justin points out the Color Rush Seahawks thought those jerseys were ass, and hard pressed to disagree, because one of the only things you can count on in an All-Star game is that guys are going to be wearing their actual team jersey. You got to like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily against an All-Star jersey. I have liked that MLB just lets them wear their regular uniform. Like, I think that's cool. I'm not against an All-Star jersey, but like, come on, like, how do you make that and think, yeah, that's the one we're gonna go for? That's the look.
Nike, when Nike gets in there, Phil Knight and his goons, watch out. They're gonna take over. They're gonna have city series. Like city within the city series, there's going to be like 18 jerseys per team every year.
Inner city series.
Yes, inner city series jerseys, whatever it is.
Suburb series, just kind of all kinds of.
If the Padres come out with a City Heights jersey, I will definitely buy it.
That would actually look pretty good, I think.
Well, maybe not, unless Canada Steakburger is featured on there. Then I'm not buying it.
How about a Chew Dental jersey?
Nobody wants to see that, even myself.
Blood stains all over it.
Yeah, just blood splatter all over it. But that gives you the real feel of what is going on in City Heights.
It's authentic for sure.
Game worn, game torn. I do see we have the CEO of the program, Mr. Nick Barrios, on the Canada Steakburger. Speaking of Celebrity Hotline, joining us now. Nick, how are we doing this evening?
I feel great now.
All right. You seem very relaxed.
Yes, I feel very relaxed right now.
Without going into further detail, are you watching the NBA Finals?
Don't need to know.
I am also watching this crappy Space Jam commercial. God damn it.
Well, I mean, that's just a given. But looks like the Suns are, they had a 82, 75, 76 lead at the end of the third quarter. Last I saw, I know you have Hulu, has semi-live sports, so Maybe you're not up to date on that.
That streaming service.
I'm not here to say. I'm not here to judge, but he's here with us, but by the grace of God, on a the day on the sports calendar, possibly.
Yes. How are you guys today?
Doing excellent.
Not bad. Not
Tyler
bad.
having a fantastic birthday. I can only hope.
Happy birthday, Tyler.
Thank you.
But
Appreciate that.
Hey, don't be nasty.
No.
Don't be
Yes.
nasty.
Nick is deep, right enjoying the end of Game 2 on Hulu.
Yes, from 2019.
Yeah. No.
From 2019.
Heck of a series. Heck of a series.
Yeah, definitely catching up right now. But yeah, close game right now. I will say this: the Suns have made the adjustments. Comparison from Game 3. One thing I'm kind of seeing now too is that they're kind of using Ayton now as a heavy rim protector, kind of putting that block between Giannis and the rim. Because obviously last game Giannis just ate inside the paint, which ideally that was the adjustment he needed to also make to kind of push it to the threshold. Middleton and Holiday are Game 3. Like they had okay games, but now it's like they're there, but this game might come down to the wire. I'm still gonna say Suns in 4.5.
All right. Well, again, I have to couch that, of course, with entertainment purposes only. But
Please
I
do
like your
that.
prediction. I like your prediction.
Suns in 4.5.
And again, I'm neutral on this, so I don't care who wins. But I think the only thing that really took Ayton out at all at any point was foul trouble, and he's huge. So if you want someone to just be like down there in front of the basket, some of the blocks he's had, it's just like he's barely even getting off the ground. He's just like, yeah, I'm bigger than everyone.
Yep, I'm
Swat.
ready.
Well, it definitely helps the Suns. I just saw a stat that through 3 quarters, Booker has 38 points. So that'll definitely help you get that lead.
Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt.
No, not at all.
But yeah, I mean, also I didn't realize how much of a size disadvantage the Suns are at when they don't have Ayton on the floor. I was like, oh wow, like they don't really have like another big man to kind of step in and kind of take on both Lopez and Giannis. I was like, oh, like the
only thing like, which I thought it was like maddening also the way they reported when Saric got hurt, and it was like, all right, tore his ACL out indefinitely, but it's just like, all right, he's out for the season. Like we could just say that, like, he's not going to come back in the next 3 games with a torn ACL. And then Giannis's thing, where like it looked really bad, but obviously he's fine. Where his knee went backwards, they were like, team fears like he has torn his ACL. It was all like doom and gloom, and I was like, well, how come you're just like not just putting it out there? Like Saric, he's not coming back. Like, okay,
he's not walking through that door. He's not walking through that door.
No.
Oh yeah, not walking. Walking. Emphasis on walking.
As far as like, offensive contribution, he's like a 6 point per game guy. But yes, that does hurt as far as just having someone that is that big to kind of spell Ayton when he's off the floor or if he gets in foul trouble. But I still kind of leaning towards the Suns, but I'm just waiting for that Middleton like 35-point game. So I don't know.
Okay.
They're gonna need it. Like I mentioned the other day, I think Phoenix's thing is going to just turn this into what happened with Denver. Is like, look, Giannis is gonna score. You can't really stop him, but don't let anybody else score. That's how you win the game. Turn it into a 1-on-5 game, and I think that's what they're doing. And yeah, like Holiday and Middleton are going to need to start having huge games to complement Giannis and kind of take a little bit of the pressure off of him.
And really, I mean, actually, I saw here, I think
Thank you,
Middleton
man. Appreciate
like
that.
25 points, 26 points. Holiday, 11. It probably a little bit more out of Holiday. He's not really counted on for his offense, but just considering what they're up against, especially with all the shooters going off. Oh, I don't know. Amanda's still watching, but
Still got to take my jacket once in a while.
Could start a comment fight. I don't know.
Wait, we haven't had one in a while.
Been a while.
Always a good time for a comment fight to break out. But we will keep you posted on what happens there. One other little bit of NBA news as it pertains to the birthday boy Tyler. Uh,
Oh God.
oh god, oh god.
Oh,
Hey, he's elite. He's elite on the ball defending, and that's pretty much it. But
oh man.
I don't know how you feel about this.
Oh,
So the funniest thing to me about this is kind of after Simmons had his just horrible disastrous into the playoffs, I texted our good friend Commissioner Chris Kwan, fellow Kings fan, and I said, if there's talks about Simmons being traded, I guarantee you the Kings will be involved at some point in time.
Lo and
Sure enough,
behold,
lo and behold, originally it was saying that Philly was demanding Fox, which I'm like, okay, the Kings are not like even as stupid as the Kings can be, they're not trading Fox.
that's got to be
So
the
I
one
see,
untouchable.
I'll say this. Definitely Buddy Hield. He has his moments, but all in all, does not shoot good consistently at all. Bagley, that's been a bust. I'll say this with Fox and Halliburton, if they could get Simmons over there to play maybe like a Draymond Green type role, that might be okay. I'm not saying I want this trade at all to happen, but if it does happen, I think that's the only way you can make it work.
I think the killer for me would be the future first round picks. For the
Kings always trade away their draft picks, so that's the problem.
I know, but they're going to be high picks. So
Yes, this is
to
true.
get Simmons,
They're always high picks. Let's not kid ourselves.
Certainly has a value there, but it's not really something I would want to entertain just to get Ben Simmons.
No, I wouldn't either. I'm trying to be somewhat optimistic and thinking if this were to actually happen, that's the only way I could see this possibly working is to have him play in a Draymond Green type role.
And I do see we may have Jaime the Greek on hold here.
Oh no!
But we'll check back in with him.
I'll bounce out. I show the spotlight.
All right. Well, thank you, CEO, for joining us.
Thank you.
He goes again on the Canada Steak Burger Celebrity Hotline. Canada Steak Burger, not Canadian. They do have steaks, but again, it's owned by a Greek guy. But great fries. I cannot vouch enough for the fries. Probably the best fries I've experienced in City Heights.
And yes, Justin, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, only if it's unfiltered though. He doesn't smoke that filtered stuff. That's weak stuff. Come on now.
No, the guy that poo-pooed on. I still can't believe that story. That he was just like, Luka. No, I hated his dad.
Didn't like his dad. He did like his dad, fool.
Hey, those waters run deep out there in Eastern
Look,
Europe.
All I'm saying is, look at the drama going on in Dallas right now. Vlade playing 5D chess. He knew.
True. He was like, I don't want this guy to control my franchise, especially when I'm gone. Even though I traded everyone for.
Vlade's not even there anymore.
A couple cartons of Turkish gold.
Look, Vlade looking out for the long term, man.
The long view, Vlade. But joining us
now. That's what they call him, Vlade Longview. That's what they call him.
On the Chew Dental Lab Celebrity Hotline, we do have Jaime, the Greek, joining us. Jaime, how are you doing this evening?
Jaime, what's up, brother?
Beautiful. Just beautiful, man. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
Doing good.
Making the most of it here on, again, a light Wednesday. But we're celebrating Tyler's anniversary of birth. And maybe you can...
Tyler.
Gracias, mi amigo.
Guys, so I was watching the All Star game.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I had to go watch the Copa Oro. Qatar and Panama were like...
going at it.
So I was telling Ron, I was following your tweet. I wasn't watching the game, but I was following your tweets about it last night. It seemed like a pretty freaking crazy game.
I missed the best game of the night.
Oh man, that one it finished 3-3.
Yep, 3-3.
Jeez,
but I mean,
pretty wild.
Qatar. I mean, they have to be invited. The World Cup, like location, country, whatever you want, has to participate in one tournament.
Well, I mean, thanks to a generous donation by Qatar Airlines. They are the one of the title sponsors. Like, oh wait, they're in the tournament. Hey, why not?
Yeah. Like
Somebody's got to
Japan
pay for this.
in the Copa America, and they weren't even prepared. And then the next
I
game,
see,
Honduras and what was it? Honduras versus Grenada.
Grenada. Yeah.
That was ugly.
It's not-
That
So
was like,
Honduras just ran all over him. I saw that.
Hey,
I was
Grenada,
begging them to stop the game.
Grenada is my heart though, because again, in the Bible, 112,000 population. So if that gets you to 160 in the world in the FIFA rankings, low key impressive.
I mean, what's 161? I mean, I would love to see the FIFA rankings. I mean, it's like probably the WWE rankings are more legit than that.
Yeah, I
The
prefer myself
AEW is way more legit than the FIFA
Yeah.
rankings.
the ELO
Right.
rankings. By the way, is the way to go if you really want it. And the ELO just put their formula out there, so like you can check the live ones like every day. FIFA, they just do it like every 4 months or whatever. So like the ones I have are from May. Thank you, FIFA. Of course, keep up the great work. You're
Man, that must be a
killing it.
crappy job. Every 4 months, you have to be like, okay, well, you're 27, and then you lose to like ugly to, I don't even know, Bulgaria. Where do you go?
No, it's gonna knock you down.
I mean, my gosh, I mean, college basketball is way more accurate than this stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
It'll knock you. It'll knock you down unless you make a sizable contribution to the FIFA.
but
FIFA brackets. Then it might
there
knock,
are
knock
ways,
you up a little bit.
you know.
There's
just,
always
That's
ways.
ladder money.
Yeah, just
That's
kind of,
right.
we know what it takes to grease the wheels out here. Also, I don't know if you're
Just
watching the Gold Cup game with Mexico, but Barron chimes in. Mexico 1-0 with
Mexico
a
just scored. Yeah.
very nice goal.
I'm actually like sitting with you guys. I was like, I'm gonna talk to you guys. Just be like, I know I'm like the official of Copa Oro. Like, I gotta watch all these games. But
Yes, we're the
I
Copa
do.
de Oro show of record. We need you on.
Dude,
Right? You're our insider.
Okay, when Tucky Lozano went out, which is the stupidest nickname you could give a great player like Irving Lozano, that's John Gruden's nickname. I mean, I know he can embarrass you. I know he is invincible.
He just
but
has
you're
like
gonna-
a face.
Yeah, he has that. No.
Yeah, he has a
Especially
Chucky
if you
face.
When you have to watch him, he's Chucky when he's in Napoli. When he plays in Italy, he makes that face where it's like, and it's like, oh, damn, this is Chucky. But, I mean, it's just in the beginning, I didn't want to accept it, but it was like, yeah, Chucky Lozano.
I mean, I feel like, again, it's entertaining for me, as we pointed out on the last show, just this tournament because it comes after the Euros, after Copa America, and then it's like, oh, Gold Cup. Like, they got 2 teams that aren't even FIFA in this thing. Like,
And the
Islanders,
sad
like,
part is we live
5
in
guys
this for
on
a
them are in
reason.
this.
We should actually give a damn, but we don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do when it gets to, like, the semifinals. And then
Yeah.
we get to the finals. Mexico probably beats USA. Let's just be real. And that's
That's assuming U.S. doesn't get knocked out by Jamaica or Trinidad and
don't
Tobago
you
before.
ever. Well, Jamaica,
Trinidad, Tobago. Don't forget that one.
Hey,
What
they
else?
took an L tonight.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, El Salvador, 2-0. Yep.
They're sitting in third place in the
Taylor
group right
Swift is
now.
Coming back.
El Salvador's in first place in the group, by the way, with a +4 goal differential.
They might already be through if they've got if they're that high up with two games.
I think,
played.
yeah, assuming Mexico does go on and win.
Which is
Well, they haven't played El Salvador yet, so that
yeah.
interesting to see what teams they put out there for that game, because maybe both will be through at that point. But something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, but Group D delivered last night. Like, well, I mean, except for the other team, but I mean, other than that, everybody was beating the hell out of each other. Like, it was Honduras is like, yeah, they were busted out the white. It was the 8. I mean, it was just beautiful to look at. Now the beatdown, yeah, it was still cool to watch.
Grenada, yeah. I mean, like I said, they're doing what they can. with 112,000 national population. So happy to be here.
That's right.
Just hey, if they get a goal, they have not got a goal yet, but if they get a goal, it's going to make that guy's life.
I mean, I hope the best for them. I mean, I picked Scotland. I mean, just look at me. I'm the guy who was like rooting for Scotland.
Well, hey, at least you got this. Every Scottish fan was happy to see it not come home.
I was going to say, if you really think about it, England lost, so Scotland did win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't going to win the whole tournament, but
that's like
England losing was kind of a win.
Himself. I didn't lose,
the Royal
so
Rumble.
I eliminated myself mentality.
He wasn't jobbing to anybody. If anybody's going to throw my ass over the top rope, it's going to be me.
It's going to be
no
me.
Yob.
No yob. That's right.
Oh my
no yob.
God. Do you remember that match with him and Cactus Jack? And it was like Mick Foley got his he got his ass kicked no reason. He was
because Mill said he would. Yeah, Mill said he wouldn't even take any of his offense.
Oh my gosh, it was it was funny. I gotta admit, it was pretty funny to watch that one. But no, I mean, what was it? Canada, United States, and Haiti, and who else is in Group B?
Martinique. Not a FIFA member.
Oh, Martinique.
So big game coming up for USA.
That's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6:30, folks. USA Martinique, the big battle.
Whatever you're doing, drop it and watch that game.
Oh man, every game should United States be like, dude, we need a win. I mean, I don't care how big, how small. Like the Caribbean, you don't mess with them.
Yeah, I just feel like Martinique probably has like 3 actual real life taxi drivers on their team. So we got to win that game. It has to happen.
4 cab drivers.
Maybe 4. Maybe 4.
4. Yeah.
Over 4. Maybe take the over on that.
I mean, you look at the roster of any Central American team. It's like MLS, a team's from Mexico, probably South America, and then everything else after that is like, nah, dude, we have a day job. But we can.
No, there was on MLS.com. They did a pretty funny. I mean, not intentionally funny, but it was funny reading through it. Capsule of all the teams in the Gold Cup, and it was like Martinique. Well, they don't FIFA ranking NA. They're not part of FIFA, and any MLS connections. Yeah, they had this guy that played for the Red Bulls Academy team one time, 12 years ago. That was it. So,
jeez.
A guy from the Metro Stars Academy.
Yeah, exactly. The guy, yeah.
My gosh. I mean,
when we get to the semi, it will get. I'm huge. I'm big on Jamaica because, as I said, pound for pound, maybe the best team in the world, with their 1 million population, punching all the way up to 45 in the world. Yes, FIFA rankings, but ELO probably around there somewhere, a little bit higher, a little bit lower. I don't know, but always a threat. Usually,
every time you say
getting
ELO,
in these
I
World
keep
Cups.
thinking of Electric Light Orchestra.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
It's magic. Oh my god.
ELO, super underrated, amazing band. They have way more hits than you realize.
Well, also, yes, I totally agree with that. And don't sleep on the ELO rankings. Way better than the FIFA rankings.
Yeah. I mean, the FIFA rankings have United States always at 7 to 4, all were amazing. Look at this kid. He's a student of Barcelona. He's a student of this. He's a student. And then it's just dude, just stop it, man. Just please. If we could beat one team, let's appreciate it. And the next team we can face, then we can go on. We're English fans, but
outside of the top,
way less
8,
caring.
I would say the FIFA rankings don't really matter below that because it's then whatever, Granada, I know they're a member, but these random teams, they beat so-and-so, so now they moved up 10. It's does it really matter?
I was going to make a Booker T reference with Granada, save the drama for your mama.
Save the drama for Granada.
There you go.
They want all the stuff.
What is it like for Italy? It was like I'm expecting a Spinaroonie from Spinazzola.
From Spinazzola, yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh man, that must have sucked for England, man. I mean, Harry Kane probably made fun of what our season long that Euro. He was like a big piece of their like just attacking, and then just the last several days since England has lost, man. It's like a painful Woodstock aftermath. That's how I see it as.
That's
Like,
what it looked
I don't
like
know what
from what I can see.
like what was it, Woodstock 98 or 99? I was just too young,
99.
but 99, like it was all up in flames, and like
I
Flea
remember
was
it.
the only one who looked like he wasn't scarred for life by it. It was like, what the hell is this? You know?
The death
Dave
of the 90s.
after
Woodstock
like,
99.
That's right.
I actually have, what do I have here? I actually have this one. The Tibetan
Oh,
Freedom
let's see it.
Concert. The whole
Okay.
city of it. Bought it at a
Nice.
secondhand store, which awkwardly enough, it shut down the minute I bought this, but okay. And oh my gosh, who's in this? Like, no, oh yeah. You know the Oasis was gone with no Gallagher sings Oasis by himself. I
Hey,
was
don't look back in
hoping,
anger.
dude. 2 times I was hoping Oasis was gonna reunite. Man City, even though I did not want them to win. England, I can't even regret because I didn't pick Italy or England. I'm just like I can't, you know. That was just that one final of the whole tournament. Like I picked Argentina all the way. Now with England and Italy, it was like, okay, I'm gonna shut the hell up, and I'm just gonna pretend like just don't even pick a side because you don't know who's gonna win. And I didn't watch the game, and I saw the highlights, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the best time not to pick a team. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, look, when it's PKs, it can go either way. So yeah, like you're definitely right in saying, can't even pick because it's a crapshoot when it gets to PKs.
I want to say
Oh,
this
yeah.
to all the England fans out there, which I know we have, millions and millions.
So many.
So I mean, we're
So
huge
nice.
in Europe, but
Yeah.
Huge in Japan.
get over
Japan,
it, dude.
big-
Like, look, you
big
were in the
England.
semifinals in the last World Cup, the finals of this
Mhm.
Euros. Next World Cup is coming right around the corner. Your team is good. Like, you're
Mhm.
probably
Yeah.
gonna fuck around and win one of these, like sooner than later. So don't tear up your own streets. Don't be all racist and stupid. Like, just enjoy that you have, what we usually call in soccer, like a golden generation of talent that could win one of these.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
they've been
it's
so
bad.
far out of like finals, semifinals for so long, and now they're getting in there, and now the fans are like expecting something. It's like, no, it's still pretty hard. Like, you have to actually go and win that game, but you have the team to do it. It just hasn't come together just yet.
I don't know why, but I'm following this one Twitter account. I think it was 90s football, I think, and they show highlights of the 94 World Cup, like Italy's run, and I still, to this day, I'm like, how did you lose that final? I know I've seen the final. I know I've seen those highlights. What the hell happened? Like, please ask me, how did you lose? I mean, it's the randomest Brazil team to ever win it, and that's kind of disrespectful because that team was amazing.
Brazil can kind of dance their way to a final with a great team. They can kick their way to a final, like when Dunga was a coach. I mean, they can figure it out. Like, I say the same for Italy as well. Like, teams that are good, they're just always good. Like, they figure out a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's always a pipeline of like good players coming through. As far as CONCACAF goes, I would say that like Mexico would be that team. Like, even if they go like, oh, they're down for like boom, then here comes like 8 new guys. Like, they all know. We don't have that luxury in the U.S. Like, we got to hit like, maybe we got like a cycle of like 2 World Cups of like good Donovan Dempsey type, or in the early 90s. And then we saw what happened in the 98 one where there was like
that Kobe Jones, Alexi Lawless, and Tony Miola teams of the 90s.
Oh yeah, or Argentina of the 90s were like they won that one that one title, and then you thought like, man, this is never gonna win it all, and then it's just like, no, dude, that one Copa America, and then after that, it was like, I wouldn't call you the Bills of football, but it was like they're all Hall of Famers. They're all managers, presidents. They're
still
scouts.
rebuild though. That's the thing I'm saying. Like they come back, they reload. Like even if it's a disappointing, like man, we should have done more with these players that we had at that time. Like they always reload. That's like Spain, Italy, Argentina, Brazil, like Mexico.
Germany will probably be that way in the coming
Germany,
years.
yeah.
Germany, I think, might
the coach deal,
find it.
which they got the new coach, but like they just got to get the players pipeline going.
I wonder where Lowe's going.
That was kind of interesting about that too.
No,
like I don't know if he's gonna coach in the Bundesliga or if he just wants to for a while. Like I mean, I don't blame him if he does. He's still got plenty of good years in him coaching, and anyone would want to hire this guy. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with him.
It'd be cool if he pulled like a Bora, where he coaches this one team and he goes to another country and he changes it, and then he goes to another country, changes it,
just builds it up and then leaves.
But so he doesn't have to prove nothing.
Yeah, that's nice for him. No matter where he goes, his legacy's set.
Yeah, he could go to like,
Martinique. He can go to Martinique.
Bring back Martinique. South Korea, Japan. Actually, South Korea is kind of a perennial on the edge of like, I'd say they're not quite like where the U.S. is just because of the resources, but they're pretty close. Like they rebuild pretty fast.
I'm very intimidated by them because they have to do mandatory duty, so for their country. So imagine that. Yeah. Look at Korean Zombie. It's like, oh my God, would you even? You look at all the athletes that South Korea has produced. It's like that mandatory service. It either makes them better, even though they're already great athletes. Just the discipline enough is like, I don't want to even face that guy. White flag, like when Bayern Munich was like dominating. And didn't that happen when Pep was the manager at Bayern Munich? Teams would like just like forfeit, like we don't want to face him. I think so. Like it was like an Alabama, like Crimson Tide type thing, where it's like even the teams like, I don't want to face this team. They're going to embarrass us.
It's like nah.
So no, that poor guy. Oh my gosh. You win titles with Barcelona. You think your style's going to translate everywhere you go. Almost was Man City.
Well, let me get it up here real quick. What is
he'll
going
get there.
on?
I'm sure Man City, look, they're already on talks for either signing Grealish or Kane or possibly both. I'm sure Man City will finally break through at some point.
I'm going to say both.
My comment didn't do justice. Those uniforms for the All Star last night were the ugliest thing I have seen.
That was disgraceful.
Why can't you do that pimp style where everyone just wears their uniforms? We already know what league they play in. If you're a casual and you're like, why is that team and this team? No, dude, like you should know already.
Well, that's the only All-Star game in American sports that does that also. Like NFL, well, the Pro Bowl doesn't really count, but like, all right, NHL All-Star game, they've been wearing like just the, whatever league uniforms when it was USA versus the world, when it was conference versus conference, whatever. NBA, they always have some kind of uniforms. Shout out to the Cactus ones.
MLS All Star, they always get the best teams, and they play the championship winning team.
Yeah, and then they also wear the same uniform. So it's just like baseball. That's kind of their thing. Why mess with it? But Manfred. Anyway.
Also, I think like man, you're in Colorado. Like one of those jerseys can be like that. That purple for Colorado is pretty sweet. Like if you're gonna make them wear like a structured uniform, put a purple one out there.
I love how it was meant to be in Atlanta. And then they went to Denver, but they started to Hank Aaron at the beginning of it. That's
a nice tribute.
That was a really cool tribute.
Yeah, that was nice.
They used to wear cool uniforms back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, what's the coolest uniform you guys have ever seen in baseball? Like that you could just say, no matter if that era sucked, no matter if it was the best period, like I kind of always like those White Sox ones, the ones that just say Sox on it. You know, the plain ones like from the '80s.
Oh yeah, with the bat guy.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
always like that. That was a cool one. The
I mean,
Astros in
we're
the
obviously
early
biased.
'80s when they did the rainbow,
I like
and then
that,
they
the Nolan
dropped it
Ryan
because it looked
Astros.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the old Colt 45s? Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't want to interrupt, but I
What
have to.
else?
We do have this freaking guy coming in hot. So there we have Michael DeShane, who posted his bail with counterfeit bills and then was subsequently hit with a forgery charge as well. What a life. What a life lived. But he is now out. He came back with actual legitimate currency and did post his bail. So we await, whatever happens to this obviously fantastic member of society.
I gotta say, I
You better
kind
be
of
running away
appreciate
from Marcus Aslam.
appreciate the absolute just stones on the guy for going to a courthouse where there are likely so much law enforcement there with fake bills to pay his bail. I love that. That I gotta say, I respect the bravado.
I know. Just walking in all cool, like, hey, here's the money.
There it is.
There it is.
Sir, this is on a Post-it note. Do you have anything else? Credit card? Something you can put down?
Like the money from To Live and Die in L.A., where it's all like folded up in bunch. It's in a bag.
Yes.
You just
There you go.
No one talks about that album or the music on that. That was a good one. Everyone remembers Rain Song, but they don't remember To Live and Die in L.A.
It's the place to be.
Another cool. I know. So,
pretty sure P. Diddy is not on the $100 bill. I don't know. Take that. Take.
Maybe not on your $100 bill, but he's definitely on mine.
Yeah, exactly. But currency
he
you
should be
deal
on
in.
one. But
the bad boy bills. I like it.
Guys.
Good to see you as well. Thank you for hopping in. We will look forward to seeing you hopefully soon on more of these Gold Cup updates. Looks like Mexico is. I don't know if it's still halftime, but they were up 1-0 at the half.
Wait.
It is still halftime. Still 1-0 at half.
All right, looks like we are in the halftime. So we have a couple more things to touch on here before we get out of here. So I want to say thank you to Jaime. Always welcome, brother man.
Thank you.
Anytime, please stop by. We will check in with you as this tournament proceeds to give you what you need. But orange slices and Capri Suns, yes, at halftime. That's the fuel for El Tri. But we do have, well, I'm just going to say the British Open or the Open Championship coming up this weekend. Looking at the odds, Rombo, the favorite. Not really a surprise after coming off the U.S. Open win, especially the way he did it. That was awesome. But I don't know, man. I'm looking a little further down. I'm feeling like maybe Louis. I know the Baron's going to hate it, but I feel like maybe Louis.
Why would he be mad? This isn't even an American tournament. Why would he be mad?
Well, he's mad all the time.
Okay, that's actually fair. That's a fair point.
But one thing that he cannot be mad about is the greenskeeper for Royal St. George's, Paul Larson. Look at him. Have a night. And I actually saw this interview during the day. But man, what a flow on the guy.
That is some lettuce right there.
Pretty entertaining interview all around. He posted this video, and I found that somewhere else. But this is what they do to those giant walled bunkers they do on those links courses. This is what they do at St. George's. Actually hit it with a flamethrower because when it's this close to the tournament, they do not want to actually go down there and cut the grass and maybe make that wall fall down. So they send the intern, looks like maybe a 16-year-old child, out there to man the flamethrower, singe the edge of those bunkers up. But it's going to be wild. I mean, the weather is always a factor. I know they mentioned on the panel, the guy tried to make a joke like, well, you know, if you weren't going to be a member of KISS, he was like, oh, I'd never be a member of KISS. Maybe The Cure. And then, oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, definitely. That was a first thing when I saw his picture. Like, wow, he looks like he could be Robert Smith. Although I think he's a little bit more tanned than Robert Smith because, well, any level above pasty is more tan than Robert Smith, of course. And I also did thought this will be a deep pull that if anybody gets this, you're a weirdo. He also looks like a famous British poet, John Cooper Clarke, as well.
Splitting.
So that I guess that's just still a look in England because both those guys' heydays were like in the 80s and the early 90s. So yeah, but hey, shout out to you, Paul Arson. Any man that will authorize use of a flamethrower on a golf course is okay in my book.
That is true. Also, nobody has seen Pamela and Paul Lawson in the same place at the same time. And I do out to the Barron's comment, you better have a damn good monorail conductor because he does look like that guy as well.
He does. I shouldn't have gotten a haircut.
I shouldn't have stopped for that haircut. But I like
he does look like him.
idea that you know, I've only met the elite level kind of groundskeeper, you know, people at Torrey Pines when they sent us out there for that Farmers Open Media Day. But they were very, you know, hard ass, like, oh, we're going to do all this stuff. And this guy's pretty chill. I feel like he's just like, yeah, it's going to be windy. Weather's going to suck. We got deep bunkers. What do you want? Nothing really to worry about with trees. We're going to grow out the rough and see what happens.
Yeah, I would imagine that, yeah, just because the weather is always such a massive factor that the greenskeeper at the Open, regardless of which course it is at the Open, because I know it does rotate, it'd be a pretty easy job because you're like, I don't really have to do anything. Like the wind, it's going to be windy. It's probably going to rain. So that'll make it tough enough, right?
Just hit fairways. I mean, good luck. Try to hit these fairways with these 40-mile-an-hour headwind.
I didn't see which course are they at this year for the Open. I didn't even notice.
Royal St. George's.
St. George's. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was certain they weren't at the links at St. Andrews, but I didn't know where for sure.
It'll be back there soon. I mean, it's rotating.
Of course.
You know, there's only like 5 or 6 they usually hit over there. But again,
Right.
I know. Actually, I saw in the comments Justin, the golf phlebotomist, like Morikawa or Hovland. I like Hovland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Morikawa, but be nice to have at least show out a little bit before he goes and reps the red, white, and blue over in Tokyo. I'm still kind of feeling Louis. I don't know. I mean, plus 3,000. It's 30-1. Now's the time. Get in before they start. Get those bets off.
Like I will go ahead and I will take our boy, the Turlock Terror, the Lemoore Lummox, the Valley Vagrant, Bryson DeChambeau. I'm just gonna take him every tournament. Like I don't even care. I'm taking him every tournament to win.
Book it now. Even though, especially a British Open does not suit his style at all.
No. He probably won't make the cut past Friday.
He might make a cut. But, you know, let's not go crazy. But I saw in his pre-round, before they even start interview today, he was like, "Oh yeah, there's probably like 4 holes I'll lay up on." So that's not usual DeChambeau talk. Like even he realizes what he is dealing with here.
Right. No, he is my forever pick. Always.
Tommy
always
Fleetwood also solid.
Ooh, I like that pick.
Good pick. And Barron like Xander.
Actually.
Xander's got to get one at some point. I don't know if this is the one, but it definitely suits him more than our boy, our heart, Bryson. It pains me to say it, but he's definitely way more suited to.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
One more thing I wanted to touch on before we shut it down here is, of course, as you know, Tampa Bay did win the Stanley Cup Finals back-to-back. And, Florida, they like to rage. The Stanley Cup also likes to rage, whether it's its own choice or not. But quite a parade. I love this one, Kucherov, and they just gave him the Florida man right off grip. Local Florida man, which if you've seen the video, it's wildly entertaining. But unfortunately, Pat Maroon did end up damaging the cup, which it's seen worse. It's certainly seen worse.
Wait, plenty worse. Yeah, look, you would think Patty Maroon would be able to keep a better hold of it. This is his third straight cup for 3 different teams, so
he got tired lifting all those cups.
Yeah, I guess right. Well, I'm sure probably the 16 beers he slammed before he grabbed hold of the cup didn't help either.
Could be a factor, but I'd say
who's to say? We weren't there.
I wasn't there. I can't speak on it. But I just love that they jacked him up with the Florida man. And in fairness, look much like Florida, by the way.
This is him right before he meets Florida's mayor.
His left hand that you can't see off camera is probably strangling an alligator.
Gonna make a belt and some shoes out of this thing tonight.
And yes, I mean, Tampa, unfortunately, is title town now. So somebody must wrest it from their deathly grip, please.
I'll say this. I'm okay with them being title town more than I was Boston in the late 2000s when they had their run.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And again, as we, sort of alluded to at the beginning of the program, yes, we're going into a lighter phase in the sports calendar, but baseball will come back. And thank God we do have the Olympics. Shout out to Team Handball. Getting it cracking. We already saw softball starting on the 20th. So we are going to be deep in Olympics, and we're going wall to wall with this. No fans, right. No problem.
That's right. Yeah. So you know that we are, of course, the Congolese handball show of record. So we did want to give just a real deep dive into what they are looking like for the Olympics, and they're not in the Olympics. So that is our deep dive into the Congolese handball hour of the show.
Well, they still got the king, but unfortunately he's not going to be there, which is a shame because this was professional or not. Ultimate showcase for handball players across the world.
Let him be the one that lights the torch. I don't even care that he's not from Japan. Let him light the torch.
Hard press. I'm not going to disagree. Please.
They'll just post somebody up, turn around, and just fire the torch.
Ah! Yeah.
at the cauldron and light it up.
A flaming handball across the top of it.
Perfect.
Well, that's all I have. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jaime, for joining us on the hotline. Thank you, CEO Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for hitting us in the comments. Of course, happy birthday to my co-host and compadre, Tyler. Appreciate all the birthday wishes.
Definitely.
We will be back with you guys on Friday. Tyler, do you have anything else before we get out of here?
No, sorry, I'm just reading this message that Justin just put up here. That's true. This is true. We missed the Dodgers hitting eight home runs and scored 22 runs to watch Connor get his leg broken. So
was it worth it?
There we go. That's all right. Let me work it.
Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
There we go. Thank you guys so much for birthday wishes. Do appreciate it. Thank you, Braun. Always a pleasure. Love doing the show here. That's pretty much all we got. We'll be back here Friday with the sports news getting going again, sports world getting going again. Should be a good show. We love you guys. You know the drill. Keep the fire.
Keep the fire.
the bus.